Welcome to another awesome episode of Investment Chat in a Rolls Royce. And today I have a special guest, Flemming Rontved, and he's the CEO of ESQL. Is that correct?
Yes, ESQL World, Emotional, Spiritual, Intelligence, Limitless World.
Whoa, that's interesting.
Absolutely.
Tell us more about that.
Yeah, how did it start? What is it? Actually, for me, I was a leader of a bank until about end 2009 or middle 2009. We had the finance crisis back in 2008.
Okay.
And then I started cleaning up. I was a leader in the bank. I bankrupted real estate brokers, real estate developers. Some of them ended in jail. Private persons having to treat 4 or 5 real estate projects. And when I cleaned up, the bank said, "Thank you very much, you're fired." We want to start afresh. So for me, I didn't sleep for about 3 years.
Wow.
For me, I had 3 houses. I was also building and so on.
Yeah.
And I ended up looking into a white wall because when you don't sleep for 3 years and you pull the plug, there's no more energy. You just go down in a deep hole. So I went into a depression, looking into a white wall for a couple of months. And my wife left me, took the kids, and I ended up with a debt of $1 million.
Woo.
So actually I ended up, because I didn't fill out the right papers, living on the streets of Copenhagen as a homeless.
Wow.
So actually what happened is, after living there 6 months, 16th of January 2010, minus 19 degrees, it was cold. I woke up, I placed my cup and started my begging. And a family came by. They said, "You need a winter jacket, you need a hot meal, you need a bath, come with us." Wow, that was just what I had been praying for. So I went home with them, and I got the bath, I got the hot meal, and I got the winter jacket, and I got the bed. But we were sitting in the kitchen in the evening, and then the father came back and said, it was a house with a fireplace, have you put something in the stove? And we said no, and then he went back to the bathroom, and then he smelled again, and then he opened the door to the bedroom and saw a small fire in the corner, and literally a fire. And he ran back to us, and I told the oldest son, "You know what, you need to call 911. And he went away, and he was 14 years old. He called 911, and I started organizing. We need to get out. The father had collected a bucket and started filling water, and we ran back because the youngest son was sleeping in that bedroom. And we opened the door, and then the fire had exploded because we gave it oxygen. But anyway, I got the people out, and then the fire exploded, and I couldn't get out. So now I was alone in the house in the darkness, and I found my phone and called 911, and they said, "Please leave a message. We are occupied."
Whoa, what a story.
Yeah, so then I thought, where did the older son go? And he went this way, not that I knew the house. And then I found the door, thin cardboard, but there was no handle. I couldn't open it. So I used my shoulders, I couldn't get out. I kicked a hole in the button. Nothing happened. And then I heard a command, "Give me the last thing. You have a debt of $1 million. Your family, friends left you. You're totally alone in the world. So just lie on the couch and get some peace." And then a soft voice telling me, "Come to me, there is more."
Wow.
So here I had an encounter with God, if we can say so, or the universe, depending on who you are. And God told me that I forgive you, but you don't forgive yourself.
Wow.
So you put yourself above me.
Wow.
We had a long talk, and it was long for me, I don't know. And then in the end I said, okay, fine, if you can reverse every thought, every feeling, every emotion inside of me, we can work together. Which we've been doing for the last, you can say, 11 years now. So then I woke up in an ambulance, dragged out by firefighters. And they told me, "You're a living miracle, because first breathing you're full of carbon dioxide. Second breathing your lungs are burned because it's 1600 degrees in that house." So they drove me to the hospital. I got oxygen, observation, intensive care for 24 hours, and then I went out of the house because nothing was out of the hospital. Nothing was wrong with me. I went back to the house and thanked God for taking care of me, or Jesus, and then we've been traveling 88 countries, working.
Which house did you go to?
This was a house of the family who picked me up.
Back to the same house?
Yes.
And they took you?
I went into the house and I didn't have any scars, and I just thanked God for taking care of me.
100 million naira, that's it. Oh yes. I just got the alert. Congratulations on becoming a landlord. It's nice doing business with you.
Daddy,
Yes, darling?
how do you make so much money? You're always calling millions on the phone.
I make sacrifices.
Sacrifice? What type of sacrifice?
When you give up something of value for the sake and consideration of other things, that's a sacrifice. I invested in real estate when the opportunity came, even when it was not convenient. And that's a success story we are reaping today.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
You don't wait to buy real estate. You buy and wait.
Take advantage of this amazing opportunity today.
GTEX Homes. We help you build your future.
Wow, thank you for inviting me to Kiza. It's
You're
good
welcome,
to
my
be
brother,
here.
man. Always a pleasure to have you around.
Yes.
Sanbonani Senmamugela, which means welcome to Kiza. My name is Lebo and I'm from South Africa.
Sambonani.
Yebo.
Thank you. Will you say this is the most luxurious African restaurant in Dubai?
I think it is the only one in Dubai.
Oh, I like that.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase. Told you
Yeah, that smell, it has touched my senses.
And since then, I've been Googling everything. I've been working with leaders, establishing leadership legacy. You can say by Googling everything, you become a lot more intelligent. I've done a lot of teaching, working with C-suite leaders.
Yes, I noticed you work with John Maxwell.
Yes. So there we did country transformation in Paraguay, Costa Rica, Guatemala, working from the president and down.
Wow.
What I found is if we're working with 45 values in a round table. Those 45 values is a rewriting of Proverbs. And what I found when we're focusing on values is that forgiveness is the first part.
Wow.
You need to forgive yourself, you need to forgive others, you need to clean up every single day. And this is to get well and move on. Then you need to have boundaries. Looking at Jesus, he had boundaries.
He did.
So you need to have boundaries because then people knows how to treat you and you know how to treat people. Then you need to have humility. A king, you are a king, you are a citizen of the kingdom, but you're a citizen of the kingdom but still living in the earth. That means you have humility when you are here. But you know who you are, you're a king. And then you have generosity. Not generosity necessarily understanding of money, generosity understanding of time. Jesus had generosity in the understanding of time. He always had the time to talk to you. The lady at the well, and many other, you can say, New Testamental thing. Peter and John coming to the gate, beautiful. The guy asking for money, you say, in the name of Jesus, be healed. That is where you actually start asking people questions. Jesus was asking the Samaritan girl a lot of questions and understood who she was because he was listening. This is the other chemical. This is the other very important world that you actually listen. And then that is the generosity. Then you move out of the world, you can say, and because most people in the world are living in scarcity, you go into the generosity and then prosperity comes by itself. And this is how I live my life.
Powerful.
So when you got the time to listen and learn that every single individual in the world could teach you something, doesn't matter where they are. when the world is not giving you what you want, it's giving you who you are, simply reflecting back on you. And this is how life works.
Wow. This is exciting, guys. So again, I'm with Flemming Rontved. The question is, where are you from? I know you've traveled so wide, different parts of the world, but where exactly are you from?
I'm born in Denmark.
Denmark.
Yes.
And then you've had to live in different parts.
Yeah, I lived in different parts of the world. And now I'm living in Dubai for 3 years. And the last 10 years before that, I was traveling all around the world. And before that, you can say I was living in Denmark. And Denmark is a country that tells you if you believe you are something, will tell you that you are nothing. And I grew up in a home where my father told me that no matter what you do, it'll never be good enough. So you can say I have a lot of programming, and the programming is that you don't have any value. And I think that a lot of people are in that area. You do not necessarily have any value. Because this is the way
That's a lie. That's a lie. You have so much to offer your world.
And in the moment you realize that you are unique, special, one of a kind, and you have so much to give, then you know who you are. Then you become the king with the heart of a servant, because you know who you are. So it's not about who you can impress.
Yes, preach it.
It's all about who you're giving. Giving is living.
Absolutely.
The more you give, the better life becomes.
Wow. Amazing. So I want to look at, we've looked a lot about your impact projects. So let's look at your income. So you work with Fidel Properties?
Yes.
Well, why do you work in the real estate sector?
Why did I work in the real estate sector? Because the thing is that people don't understand what I'm talking about. I have a lot of certifications. I am Chief Happiness Officer. I am a LIFO practitioner. I'm a lot of different things.
Life coach. I mean,
yeah, all these kind of things.
Yes,
but the part is that this process I went through, you can say I got a scar. No, I didn't get a scar. It's the best 20 minutes, half an hour in my life. But the thing is that it's something you need to do, fail, learn, reflect, improve, and do. Again, re-enter. But people are too scared to do that.
Yeah.
Because failure. Yeah. Pride is really a big problem.
It is.
Pride is the biggest problem. It's robbing and stealing in your life.
Yeah.
So the point is that people do not believe that this is an option. Most people say, if I went through what you went through, then I'll commit suicide. But the thing is that we just need to stop, pause, think about what we're thinking about, and then create a crystal clear win.
Think about what you're thinking about.
Yeah, think about what you're thinking about. And then create the crystal clear picture of your win as an individual, as an organization, as a country.
Yeah.
But if you can say people don't, if you have an organization, people don't wake up every morning to suck, if we can say so. It's an ugly word, but they wake up to win. But if you have an organization with 2,000 people and they have their own agenda, you are having an organization running a marathon.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You don't have an organization focusing on
this
where we need to go.
Yeah.
The other part is that you are energy. You are 50 trillion cells.
Wow, 50 trillion cells.
That is you. And if you create the good pictures of where you want to be, and you start painting by numbers in reverse, because your brain is the chemist, and it releases biochemicals and electric signals down in your body. Then you actually are in a position to manage your energy and not your time.
Wow.
And you also reflect on the 20% giving you 80% of income. Then you remove excuses and blame and anger.
Wow.
And you actually in an organization, or again, I see you as an individual, organization, or country as the same. Then you are having the good things going on inside of you, or in your organization, or in your country. And then everything works for the better. Together we're better.
Together we're better.
Yeah.
My name is Stephen Akintayo. I'm known as Africa's most sought after investment coach. I started 13 years ago as an entrepreneur and knowing nothing but having the guts and of course wanting to be wealthy as I was born from a poor family. My mother was a civil servant. My father's business had crumbled before I was born, but I knew that we could be wealthy. But something changed my life. At the age of 17, I started reading a book on money. And I got to know that I can be wealthy. It's possible. I started the first wealth university. By the time you're done with it, you can literally start your own business or be able to learn how to invest in a business and make money for yourself. I'd like you to sign up today in www.stephenakitauniversity.com.
G-Text Homes,
A subsidiary of GTEX Global, brought to you by Stephen Akintayo.
and is bringing you
Jasper Estate. It is located along the urban area of Ibeju, Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria.
This is just luxury at the tip of your fingers with just 12 minutes drive from the Lakapine Tropicana.
It's 15 minutes from Dangote Refinery.
And it's 5 minutes to Lekki Town.
2 minutes from Stone Beach Resort.
It is just adjacent to the Dangote Jetty.
And if you're one that like to travel down memory lane and be in tune with the relics, Awolowo Museum is 5 minutes away. It is barely 11 minutes from Lekki Deep Sea Port.
Pick up that phone, dial that number, send that WhatsApp message to the number on your screen and secure your slot today.
Also available in Abuja. GTEX Homes. We don't just sell properties. We help you build your future.
I don't know about you, I don't know what you do 4 a.m. But I like to go on hot air balloon. I love adventure. You should try this one of these days. Come experience Dubai, and you should try the hot air balloon experience. It can be scary if you're afraid of height, but it's magical if you try. Amazing. So is that why you work in the real estate sector?
The reason why I work in the real estate sector is that people don't believe that you can increase productivity in an organization with 200% within 60 days when you work what in the way I'm talking about. And that means that for me in the Middle East or in here, it was difficult. I could easily go for an organization, I could give them a proposal, and since everything in Dubai or the Middle East is built on a relationship, I would never get the business.
That's true.
So then I realized, okay, fine. Where can I reach the people I want to have an impact on? And that is in real estate. Like you said, real estate is what makes you rich. And yet money is just a transaction mean.
Absolutely.
And time is what really, for me, means a lot. The world is still there. If you want to have an impact in the world, you need to drive a Rolls Royce. Then everybody will
listen to
you. But the part is that certification on the wall, the Rolls Royce, the Rolex, the it makes people listening to you. But so that's why I went into real estate.
The real estate sector was able to magnetize the kind of people you want to impact.
Then I can have an impact.
Wow.
So that was what Jesus told me. You know what? Go into real estate.
Wow.
Earn the money, get the impact, get people listening, and give. When I meet an organization here in a Muslim country, it can be governmental or whatever. They bring Jesus or God, not Jesus, but God to the table, and then I can start talking about God. I'm not bringing God to the table. They put him on the table, and then we have a conversation, and then I get the respect. But to get to the table, I need to use the real estate.
Yes, I got you. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. So, for you, what will you say is your investment principles?
living is giving, that's my principle. If I do microfinance in Africa, I grow people. People with great ideas may have a great idea, but not necessarily finances or wisdom or knowledge to grow the idea. So here we can start supporting, and supporting is not giving a lot of money into a person. Supporting is look at the business plan, look at everything, and sometimes you say, this is not a good idea. This is already dead in my opinion. I'm not going to support you. So of course I'm evaluating stuff and not just giving money away. So I'm a businessman driving a businessman with a lot of experience, and if I believe in people, I will support their idea. If I believe that this is something that can have if you're looking at the 17 SDGs from the United Nations a little bit and focusing on that, if this is something that is supporting humanity, then I can be there. But this is the way I'm working.
Amazing. So what is your biggest investment and that has given the largest return?
You can say, what is my biggest investment? My biggest investment is my time, my travel of 30,000 kilometers in Africa, preaching, teaching the gospel, meeting young people, people in the age of 50, they get a revelation, they actually start understanding that life is infinite. And when they give me a call and say, wow, I'm a doctor, or wow, I'm a lawyer, then I know I succeeded. So I'm just sowing the seeds, and they grow them.
100 million naira, that's it. Oh yes. I just got the alert. Congratulations on becoming a landlord. It's nice doing business with you.
Daddy?
Yes, darling?
How do you make so much money? You're always calling millions on the phone.
I make sacrifices.
Sacrifice? What type of sacrifice?
When you give up something of value for the sake and consideration of other things, that's a sacrifice. I invested in real estate when the opportunity came, even when it was not convenient. And that's a success story we are reaping today.
Wow. Awesome.
You don't wait to buy real estate. You buy and wait.
Take advantage of this amazing opportunity today.
GTEX Homes. We help you build your...
So my biggest investment is believing in people.
Wow. Believing in people.
Yeah, and asking the open, curious question, and people realize that life is infinite. This is my biggest investment. Could be stocks, but it's not counting for me. My biggest investment is when people succeed.
Powerful. And has it given the largest return on investment?
It gives the largest return of investment, because the part is that it multiplies itself. Because I give to this person realize that life is infinite and start growing, and the people, the children, the people surrounding this person start focusing on what is it this person is doing, what is this person has that I need, and then you see more and more people grow.
Yeah.
So then we actually start transforming the world. Catch the vision, impact the cities, change your world.
Cast the vision, impact the cities, change the world.
Yeah.
Powerful. So what's Flemming gonna be doing 10, 20 years from now? What do you see?
A lot of microfinancing, a lot of, you can say, transformation. It's said by people that when I enter the room, the energy change. So what I'm doing is I'm just, working with people. Leadership legacy.
Yeah.
You can say one of the things I believe is that we're focusing on Africa. They will be the front runners in the future. So growing people, this is what I do. I put all my, you can say, knowledge, wisdom for the last 10 years into a book. I wrote 600 pages. I went to my publisher and he said, you know what, this book nobody's going to read. You need to cut it up in 5 books.
Wow. So have you published it?
Yes, next year, hopefully.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations. So thank you so much for coming. We're really grateful. Talking about impact, one of the organizations we work with here in Dubai is called Maria Foundation. They go get kids from Bangladesh who are into child labor.
Yeah.
Right, bring them to Dubai, send them to school.
Yeah.
So we had to partner with them and started supporting some of their kids.
Good.
So the children did this.
Wonderful.
Right, it's a gift for you. So
Thank
you
you,
keep
sir.
remembering.
Yes.
It's,
Wonderful. Beautiful.
Yes, investment chart in a Rolls Royce.
Yes.
Also for you is my latest book, Billionaire Habits.
Okay.
Habits billionaire use.
Yes. But I really love this because the thing is that habits or patterns tends to repeat, and when we actually focus and ponder and think about what we're thinking about, we will realize that some of these patterns is not serving us, and then we need to change them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. This is where you can put them here.
Thank you very much, sir.
So guys, it's been another beautiful episode of Investment Chart in a Rolls Royce. And my guest has been Flemming Rontved, and he's from Denmark, doing a lot of great change, impacting people. He's a leadership coach, he's a mind coach, he's into everything. And he's a real estate guru as well. And we've had an amazing conversation about how we could be better people, and we could invest in ourselves and invest in others by giving to the world. Thank you for watching. God bless you. See you next week on another video.